that's how we found out, because I did my blood work on that show and found out that I had 2 copies of the ApoE4 gene, which is you get a copy from your mum, a copy from your dad, either a 2 or 3 or 4. They
both gave you a copy?
They both gave me a copy, but they both gave me the worst copy, which is the 4, which meant I was a 4-4, which is like 1 in, I think, 1,000 people have. But so I remember being with my dad and telling him about it and going, I don't know if this is a kind of a, it's not a death sentence, it's not a predeterministic gene, but it's like a big warning sign. And he said, don't worry, mate, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, and how many times am I going to have to tell him about it if he's exposed to Alzheimer's?
Well, but we didn't know he was. And then 5 years later, he got diagnosed, and I remember sitting there telling him, don't worry, Dad, we'll figure it out. And so we went on this journey, it's called a road trip to remember. It's this thing called reminiscence therapy, where you go back into your past, stimulate memories and experiences to stimulate the hippocampus, which is the part of the brain that dementia is attacking. It was kind of a love letter to him. And it's not, I was kind of hoping for a silver bullet to fix it, but it became more about connection. It became more about like the things I got to say to him and ask him about his concerns and fears around the disease I probably wouldn't have asked him otherwise. And so it forced this kind of really beautiful, intimate series of conversations and gave him some agency, I think, because they begin to feel like, they're a patient or they're a burden, and all of a sudden this was about him. And I watched the shift and the big one being social connection. The most important thing I took away from both of those seasons was support group, friendships and connection.